This is the 2000th episode of Judge Mathis.
Today, we're taking a look back at some of our most memorable cases from the past 13 years. I'll never forget this next case. A young African-American man came to my court and described a disturbing incident involving a racially motivated hate crime.
Your Honor, I'm here today because I feel I was the victim of a hate crime. It started in July of 2003. I was walking out of a local convenience store, and the exit was blocked by Steve Kukla, he's here today, with the defendant,
witness,
and two of his friends. At that point, I said, "Excuse me." They said, "Walk around," called me the N-word. I said, "Excuse me." And then an altercation occurred where Steve Kukla decided to pull out a knife, and they tried to stab me at that point. The police.
Where is this at? What city?
LaPorte, Indiana. A lady called the police, and they said she was calling the police, and then they took off running. Okay. And they yelled as they were running, "We know where you live."
What else happened?
In the days to follow, the defendant's friend that's here today would drive by in his truck yelling, "We're going to kill that N.
Why do you think? Is it because perhaps you have is this your girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you think they knew of your interracial relationship?
Yes.
I was in the car. I was pregnant at the time when the first initial occurrence happened.
At the store?
Right.
Gotcha. All right.
They would call her when she would be outside. They'd drive by and call her an N lover.
Drive by where?
By our
house.
Go ahead.
On October 14th, my neighbor, I have a statement from him. He found a cocktail bomb stuffed in by the bushes where we smoke our cigarettes at.
At your home?
Yes, it was a beer bottle filled with gasoline with a wick stuck out.
Call the police then?
Yes, we called the police and they said there was nothing that they could do.
Since he had already touched the bottle, that they couldn't
Did you tell the police about all these other instances?
Yes.
Riding by the house and all this?
Yes, they...
And they still didn't even go and talk to the people you identified?
No, not until after when was he?
So it was another incident after the bomb.
Yes. At this point, the defendant walked up. I saw Steve Kukla and Nick Sorles, he's here today, walking up with two of their friends from the right-hand side of me. And then when I looked to my left-hand side of me, I saw 15 gentlemen, white males, running towards me. Before I could get up to run into the house, the defendant, Nick Sorles, had grabbed me off my porch, punched me and Steve Kukla, and threw me to the ground. And they drug me into the street and were kicking me and chanting, "Kick that in, get that in."
Is this true, sir? Any of this true?
I was walking down the street. I was almost a block past his house, and he came out yelling, "Do you have a problem?" Then he wanted to know if I had a problem. I turned around to see what was going on.
You live on that street?
No, I was just out walking around.
You don't live anywhere in the area?
My friend lives a half a block away.
Okay, I figured you make something up quick because you saw that wasn't making sense. You just coincidentally walking on this man's street on that day. Hold on. You go back and what happens then?
I start to get close to him, and he reaches behind his coat like this. He's standing on the sidewalk, not his porch. He reaches behind his coat. I think he's going to grab something because he's already angry and yelling at me. So I hit him. I'm not going to deny. Me and this individual did get into altercation, but the way he is.
And how many people you said were there?
About 15.
How many people were with you?
Me, him, and one other individual.
Wasn't 15?
No, he even stated different in his own police report.
Who has the police report?
Right here.
We have one too.
So the police came and what happened?
They went to the house that was around a block away from us, and they pulled them out of, they were hiding in the confined basement, and Steve Kukla, he's here today, he was covered in blood. And the only reason they arrested him, even though after the battering he was covered in blood, was because he failed to identify himself. As you can see in the police report, they were making racist comments.
To the police.
To the police.
I see you highlighted.
No, I did not make any racist comments, and the police report will show you that.
Who did they arrest?
The Jewish
they arrested Steve Kukla and Nick Sorles.
They arrested both of them?
Both of them.
And have they been prosecuted?
Yes.
And convicted?
Yes.
Sir?
And he is suing me for his medical bills. Here's a receipt saying
But a court has convicted you.
Yes. Oh, he is suing me for. He's trying to say
this is civil, I know, but you're saying it never happened.
No, I just told you I got into an altercation with this individual. I signed a plea bargain.
What type of trial was there? They
pleaded down because they were trying to get him on drug dealing charges. And then when I looked to my left-hand side of me, I saw 15 gentlemen, white males, running towards me. Before I could get up to run into the house, the defendant, Nick Sorles, had grabbed me off my porch, punched me, and Steve Kukla threw me to the ground. and they were drug me into the street and were kicking me and chanting, "Kick that in, get that in."
Plaintiff Robert Green believes he was the victim of a hate crime because after months of being called racial slurs by the defendant, Robert claims he was attacked by the defendant and 15 other men.
State your name.
My name is Stephen Kukla, and none of that happened at all.
You were just convicted for no reason?
No, yeah, I was there, and I did have an altercation with him, but I never drove by and called him any and nothing. I'm not racist. I have so many African American friends.
You're saying that wrong. You're supposed to say it, one of my best friends.
No, I have a
is a black person. That's usually how they say it.
The man that raised me is an African American.
This is very
Your
troubling.
Honor, in the police report, there's also witnesses that drove by.
See, this is a good lesson for the viewers, many of whom might otherwise think that racism and racial attacks have ended in America. You know, in Michigan, where I'm from, just outside Detroit, recently, cross burning on a suburban yard put N-word all over the black family's home. This is suburb of Detroit. This is what's going on in America. A sheriff in Columbus, Georgia, a little over a year ago, pulled over a hardworking black family man, suspected he was a drug dealer because he had a good car, beat him to death. He died. The sheriff was not even charged or prosecuted by the local Georgia government. The federal government stepped in and prosecuted the sheriff and convicted him. So this is going on. When you bled, what color was your blood?
Red.
That's the same color you got in you, red.
Your Honor, I have pictures.
Can I have a chance to give my side of the story, please?
Go ahead.
I was raised by a black man, so where this man's saying I'm racist, both of my brothers are black. So
how about Jews? What do you have anything against Jews?
No.
All right, then why did you tell the police officer, as Cyrillus, and they're referring to you, and Coulter were being placed in their vehicle, Cyrillus said loudly that we, the police, were doing this only because we were part of the Jewish-run government. So you're not only anti-black, you're anti-Jewish.
How can this man says?
Did you tell the police that?
No, I did not tell
So they're lying on you too. What reason do they have to lie on you? Then later, Kukla chose to say, I did everything else right except beat up that dumb N.
Your Honor, I just wanted to also tell you about the fact that Robert is he's always been a very strong man.
What was their sentence?
They gave him unsupervised probation.
Supervisor.
Oh, supervised.
So he can go out and commit some more racial hate crimes. And this is the picture of your face?
Yes, I still bear the scar to this day. 18 stitches. I'm trying to get plastic surgery, but I don't have the insurance to cover it.
This is a hate crime that the federal Justice Department needs to be involved in.
We contacted the FBI.
Because just like Columbus, Georgia, where the federal government had to step in and pursue it as a hate crime, that's what needs to happen here. So they're not walking around out here wanting to attack Jews and blacks. I'm going to find out who your congressperson is, and I'm going to call them personally and ask that they request a federal investigation.
I appreciate it.
Sir, I was never charged with the hate crime.
I know you weren't. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why I'm calling your congressman, to make sure you are charged with a hate crime, because that's just what it was. Have a good day. I got in touch with one of the senators from Indiana to take another look at this case. As a result, Senator Dick Lugar wrote me back and contacted the Department of Justice on behalf of the plaintiff.